All right, so let's start this broadcast with the big story that we are tracking and WION. And this, of course, has come in from Afghanistan, where for the first time since the month of October, way back in 2001, there are finally no foreign troops in Afghanistan. And though the West may have in fact exited the war-torn nation, they continue to maintain a very close watch on Afghanistan. And all eyes are now on the Biden administration as the pressure keeps mounting on the American president. So let's start with the tiny nation of Israel, a nation which usually jumps to the defense of the United States of America as many times as the Americans in fact jump to its own defense. Now, this time it has taken a diplomatic stance on the issue. Yair Lapid, the Israeli foreign minister, has said that while the decision to exit Afghanistan was right, it was implemented in a very poor manner. The tiny nation of Israel has also raised concerns about the effect of the rise of the Taliban on regional security. Remember, Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan last month could, of course, embolden other hardline Islamist groups, including the Hamas, which controls the Gaza Strip.
It didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen, and then again, it was probably the right decision, maybe that wasn't performed in the right manner.
Meanwhile, Russia has hit out at the United States for imposing the Western model of democracy. The Russian foreign minister has in fact urged Joe Biden to draw lessons from the gamble that the Americans made in Afghanistan, referring to the international community's involvement in Iraq, Libya and also Syria. Sergey Lavrov's remarks have come after the Russian President Vladimir Putin criticized the United States' involvement in Afghanistan. He charged that its 20-year-long war in Afghanistan had achieved absolutely nothing.
Мы приветствуем такие заявления. Мы давно призывали к тому, чтобы извлекать уроки из тех авантюр, в которые наши западные коллеги в последние десятилетия ввязывались и в Ираке, и в Ливии, в Сирии попытались сделать то же самое. И надеюсь, если эти заявления отражают выстраданный вывод, что у нас в будущем все-таки на планете будет немножко поспокойнее.
And after beating a pretty hasty and a humiliating retreat from Afghanistan, the NATO nations of Europe are now fearing for the possibility of a refugee crisis brought about because of their own invasion of Afghanistan. The European Union has said that it will need to engage with the Taliban. However, the European Union has further said that it will not rush into formally recognizing the Islamist militant group as the new rulers of Afghanistan. And also, the European Union has laid out certain conditions for the Taliban to be recognized, and this includes respect for human rights, unfettered access for aid workers within the country. The Taliban allowing free passage to Afghans who wish to leave the country, refraining from retaliation against those who are affiliated to the foreign powers or the former government, and also preventing Afghanistan from becoming a safe haven for terrorists.
There is no doubt among member states and in the G7 context that we need to engage with the Taliban, we need to communicate with the Taliban, we need to influence the Taliban, we need to make use of the leverages which we have, but we will not rush into recognizing this new formation, nor into establishing official relations. There needs to be a strict line of conditionality linked to the enforcement of the commitment by the Taliban to allow free passage to those Afghans who wish to leave, and non-retaliation against those affiliated to foreign powers or the former government.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.